You can read a definition of empathy in a textbook. You can even understand the scientific basis underneath it. But as a medical doctor and a writer, I know that understanding isn't the same as feeling. And I'd like to talk about how stories can teach us how to feel. I remember reading As Long as the Lemon Trees Grow, and I remember that feeling of frustration. Not by the writing was beautiful, but by the people and how they acted in the story. I was constantly thinking, just leave, just flee. You're in the middle of war. Why do you want to stay in this country? What keeps you here? Take your family, run, save yourself. And that frustration, I think that's the whole point of it. As someone who has grown up in Germany, a country where nationalism is frowned upon, where we have been taught from a very young age that patriotism can be very dangerous. And obviously, this has deep roots in our dark history. It was very hard for me to understand why they wouldn't just take the family and run and save themselves, but rather how they felt this duty to also serve their country. That deep love for their country was very foreign to me. And on a rational level, I think I always knew this. I could read statistics about that in newspapers, in the media, but I didn't really grasp it until I read this book. This story gave me one character, one girl, her reasons to stay that made perfectly sense for her, even though they made no sense to me. And somewhere in those pages, I think I started to understand. And that's also something that I want to achieve with my own writing. Not to teach you what you should think, but rather to give you the space to discover something for yourself. And whatever you take from it, that's yours, not mine. Journalism tells us what happened, but stories make us live through it. If someone ever tells you again that empathy isn't something you can just learn from books, tell them they're reading the wrong ones.